What's going on, guys? It is your boy Joel TFD here. Welcome back yet again with a brand new review for you guys today. Today I am doing the Naked Gun review, and honestly, I will admit, like there's some moments of this film where I was kind of like, okay, and there's some moments where I like had a little smirk, it's a little smile here and there, but it was like a type of movie. Before we get straight into this review, just want to say really quickly, definitely hit the like button. Also subscribe to the channel if you're new. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. It will really mean a lot if you guys help me reach that goal. But we're also very close to hitting 950 subscribers. So if you're new and haven't subscribed yet, definitely subscribe. Anywho, let's get straight into this Naked Gun. The Naked Gun with Liam Neeson review. Alright, I'll be honest, I'm kind of like excited to talk about this in a way, but also like kind of like I don't know. This movie, right? It was good. But it was, I don't want to say it's terribly good, because I feel like that is a little bit harsh, honestly, because there is some moments where I was kind of like, alright, that was actually pretty funny, and stuff like that. But there was also moments where I was kind of like, the fuck? So I want to say it's like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to really describe this movie, because like, again, it has its moments, but it's just like, what the fuck, There is just moments you could tell that this movie really tried to drag it, like there's one part where like they were dragging the joke of like them kind of doing the deeds, let's just say, and then like the dog comes in and it's just weird as hell, honestly, and like you could tell like there were some parts of the movie, especially that part exactly, where they really just stretch the joke out when it shouldn't have, I feel like this is a good movie to not necessarily get high to, honestly, but if you want to get high to it, you can, I think you'll have a better time in the movie theater than I will, honestly, because I went in there like being optimist about this movie, I saw like the first couple minutes, I was like, and then I was like, you know what, I'll give it a try, it's just the beginning of the film, but yeah, nah, for me personally, not. But everyone else in the movie theater, I felt like, besides my friend, honestly, well, yeah, kind of, I don't know, everyone else was like laughing their asses off, and honestly, like I was thinking they were probably high, because honestly I did not find, and I mean, like, I did find some jokes funny, I will admit to you guys, but most of the movie, is filled with jokes that like maybe it just goes over your head, like it went over my head most likely, but still, like I don't know, it just wasn't, it didn't hit, there's some jokes where like sometimes it will hit, but it won't hit till later or something, or it doesn't hit at all, That's how I kind of felt about like some of the jokes, in some type of way, because like some jokes I was just kind of like processing it, and then I was kind of like, alright, that was actually kind of funny, but it's just like, yeah, I don't know, there's a lot of moments in this movie where it did feel stretched, honestly, and just like, this movie was just an hour and 20 minutes, by the way, don't get me wrong, so they could have easily, like, if they didn't stretch out a lot, honestly, this movie definitely would have been less than an hour, but the fact that it took, I don't know, man, it felt so stretched out, and it's just, it was kind of like, it did feel boring at times, I will admit, honestly, and like, it's not my favorite film, definitely not my favorite film, honestly, of the year, and I'll be completely honest, like, I don't kind of want to see that movie again. For me personally, I felt like this movie, like, maybe Paramount has some, like, deal with, like, putting out a certain amount of movies in a year, and they were, like, running out of ideas, so they decided to bring back an old franchise that I have not watched yet, actually, so let me know if you guys think I should watch them, and we're like, you know what, let's make this film, The storyline, too, it was kind of iffy, there was moments where I was kind of like, okay, like, I'm kind of invested in it, but I felt like the comedic approach to the film overshone the plot, honestly, and that's what made the plot so shitty, if that makes sense. But yeah, I won't recommend this movie to anyone, honestly. But yeah, my rating for this film, I'm gonna have to give it a 5. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5. I just think it's mid. This movie is kind of mid, but it is, I would say it's a little bit worse than Brave New World, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's mid. The movie is kind of mid because, well, maybe less than mid. It is, I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm still gonna give it a 5 though, I will admit, honestly, just because it wasn't that good. At least for me personally, maybe a lot of other people liked it, I think it definitely also, like, kind of goes with age, in some type of way. Maybe, that's That's just what I'm just thinking in my head. I'm just spitting out whatever's in my freaking head. But yeah, that is my review for The Naked Gun. If you guys did enjoy this video, definitely hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let me know what you guys think of the movie if you guys already watched it in the comment section down below. I'd love to know your input and we can start a conversation, honestly. I would love to do that. Anywho, peace out guys. Remember guys to enjoy your day. Make every day an awesome day. Everyone stay positive and be positive. You guys already know you have a positive mindset. Peace.